The only people I'm seriously seeing defending Final Fantasy VII Remake are YouTubers and their fans, and I do think I do think this is a blatant attempt to cash in on nostalgia, to try and get views from people who remember Final Fantasy VII and want to see what the remake is like. Oh, it's so good, guys. It's not a faithful recreation. Oh, it's so good. I've never played Final Fantasy VII, but it's such a good game. Like, it is incredible to see the links that, Angry Joe, the completionist, Maximilian Dude, and I'm sure countless others have gone to in order to justify, to damage control, to hype up one of the most disappointing releases of the past 20 years. I am not exaggerating. Like, this is absolutely a title that should be absolutely eviscerated by fans, right? Like, it should have been hated on launch due to at reveal, due to all the gameplay changes, the design decisions they were making, the release schedule being episodic. Like, there are all these things wrong with the game, and that were clearly wrong from the very beginning, and yet none of these nostalgia-blinded fanboys seriously came together and seriously, no, this is not acceptable. They did not come together and say, no, this is not acceptable. This is not okay. We're not going to accept this. We don't want an episodic release. We don't want these changes to the plot. We don't want this padded out bullshit. We don't want real-time combat. We don't want massive changes to the lore and like the setting. Like, Nobody cared, and that really, nobody cared about the original release. Like, that's the really frustrating thing about this to me, as like an actual fan of Final Fantasy VII, a bigger fan than Angry Joe for sure, a bigger fan of RPGs than Maximilian Dude, and I'm less of a shill than the completionist. I guarantee you that the main reason people are defending this remake to the death is in order to continue relationships with Square Enix and their people in the industry. Like, this is just embarrassing to watch, right? Seeing people spin, like, the time dementors and like, just the gameplay and just the pacing, like, oh, it's 40 hours long. 40 hours of padded out bullshit that Final Fantasy VII got through in just a couple of hours. Got through better in just a couple of hours. Like, no. Like, there is nothing about Final Fantasy VII R that's appealing to me that wasn't already present and better in the original game. You know what I mean? Like, you can go on all you want, like, oh, Tifa's so cute. Like, who cares? Like, that's not the point. Like, oh, the soundtrack is so good. Oh, the soundtrack that was ripped straight from the original game. Oh, now it has newer rearrangements. Like, buy the soundtrack. And it's just, who gives a shit? Like, what do you get really from playing this remake? Like, you don't get the iconic scenes in 3D. Like, they botch a lot of them. Like, you don't even get the entire game. Like, which I am shocked. I am appalled that more people aren't complaining about that. Like, I don't know. I'm thinking of going over the completionist review, like maybe doing a live stream, like just watching it and reacting to it and talking about like the things he sort of glosses over. The completionist is a shill, by the way. I'm always very frustrated with how he always how he seems to have really shit taste in games, or gives certain titles way too much credit. You know what I mean? It's really weird seeing him like slam the Shadow of the Colossus on his like best remakes list when like it didn't really do all that different from the remake. Like, it was just, it's a great game to begin with, but it didn't I mean, why didn't you just play the... Again, the reason I didn't get excited for the Shadow of the Colossus remake is that, like, it was already available on PS3, which is the version I own and currently play. I'm a fan of that game. Even I was just like, yeah, I'm not getting that remake. What are you talking about? It's so weird seeing shit, like, get shafted. Like, seeing Crash Bandicoot HD be put on, like, the same pedestal as Super Mario All-Stars and the Pokemon remakes, which is just laughably blunt. Like, Pokemon Soul Silver is probably one of the best games ever made, and you're seriously going to compare it to fucking trash? Like, it's very, very frustrating to see these people refuse to cover Nintendo games, refuse to take them seriously, refuse to talk about them, refuse to, like, even watch their E3 presentations. In Angry Joe's case, like, that motherfucker slept through the last one. Like, I haven't heard him talk about, like, Astral Chain or No More Heroes 3, shit that would be more appealing to him than I think than the stuff he's playing now. Like, the only, oh no, but he's got to play that Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Oh, we got to get hyped for Doom Eternal and Final Fantasy VII R. Bullshit. Like, just pure bullshit. How can I take these people seriously? Like, as someone who does play everything that comes out, like, who has a vast knowledge, like an ocean's worth of knowledge of video games, like, I am really, really quickly able to see through their bullshit. Like, especially in Angry Joe's case. Like, yeah, with Maximilian Dude, yeah, he's a fighting game player. I don't know everything about fighting games. They're not my forte. And the completionist, like, literally, it's his job to, like, play through and 100%, like, every game in existence. But, like, at the same time, man, like, really, Final Fantasy VII R, this is the game. This is the game you're going to tout as, like, the best of the year. You're going to shit on Animal Crossing New Horizons, No More Heroes 2, like, 3, Deadly Premonition 2 even, everything else that's coming out in order to hype up this terrible, unfinished remake. I am just so frustrated. It's just... The silver lining here is, though, I think it's mostly just nostalgia-blinded fanboys that are sort of just pushing this forward and giving these people a viewer base. I think actual fans, people who actually play RPGs, who actually know what they're talking about, people outside this sort of this bubble of YouTube reviewers, I think most people are very, very upset, and rightfully so. We are never going to get a Final Fantasy VII remake. What we got is not a remake. It's a reboot. It's something completely different with the same characters and setting. It is not, by any stretch of the imagination, a true remake. And I'm getting so frustrated with people, like, giving Square Enix the benefit of the doubt, defending them, or even hyping them up, or even, like, getting excited about upcoming projects. It's so bizarre. It's so asinine. I can't think of anyone who have really, any YouTuber who has seriously come out and really shit on this game for what it is. Like, a lazy cash-in, like, aimed at the nostalgic audience who dreams of the days where they used to be able to get away with shitting on Nintendo fans for not having Final Fantasy VII. Like, that's it. Like, that is the entire reason for this. Like, it's just nostalgia. Like, this is what true nostalgia blindness looks like. It's not liking a game, like, years down the line and, like, wanting to see more of it. It's eating up shit, like, no matter what's thrown in front of you. Like, I was already kind of upset with, like, Final Fantasy 15 being kind of brushed aside and forgotten. Like, how do people not talk about, like, the season passes being canceled, the pointless crossover events, the terrible base game, Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 12 even. Like, Final Fantasy has not been good in years, and yet people won't really address it because it's Final Fantasy. It's a PlayStation property. It can't possibly be bad. I love how like people started being more critical of Final Fantasy, a little bit more critical of Final Fantasy after it stopped being a PlayStation exclusive. Like 13 was the first one released on Xbox as well, I believe, and that sort of killed the enthusiasm of a lot of fans. I'm told, funny how 13 is the first one that people started getting. There was a hint of backlash. You know what I mean? This PlayStation protection racket, it really needs to stop. It's really getting really frustrating seeing game journalists and YouTubers try and stick one out for Sony every single time they stick up for them. You know what I mean? Like Final Fantasy VII R, you have like The Last of Us Part 2 and that situation, and how people are people who would normally be happy to leak the game are like defending it. It's very, very, very frustrating. I'm eager to see what comes next. But until then, I'm here. I will be talking shit about Final Fantasy VII R, and there's a lot more to cover in the future for sure. Stay tuned.